Police say it appears two men just wanted to kill someone when they allegedly gunned down a handyman from Metairie.
Investigators say the senseless killing shocked the community. Natasha Robin reports.
One of them made a statement that just wanted to kill somebody that day.
Kenner Police Chief Keith Conley says the motive appears to be the suspects just wanted to kill somebody when he says they gunned down 66-year-old Lawrence Herr.
The victim was a 66-year-old man from Metairie, beloved by many people. We've gotten a lot of phone calls outpouring support for Mr. Herr and his family. He was a caretaker for his 90-year-old mother.
So I guess y'all Stevie Wonder now, huh? You're Stevie Wonder on this one. This video is brought to you by Officer Privacy, Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with Officer Privacy, they remove all of your personal information from the internet. There's companies out there that are searching and buying and gathering your information, your date of birth, phone number, address, everything. And you've seen it. You search somebody and they say, pay this little fee and you'll get access to their criminal record and all this old crazy stuff. So Officer Privacy will remove your personal information. Now, your criminal record ain't got nothing to do with Officer Privacy, but your personal information so people don't dox you. And for a limited time, and the owner was just here in my office. He's a former police officer. And I told him, I said, man, you got to take care of my people. And so if you sign up today, and it's a limited time, I don't know how long he's going to have the discount, but he said, hey, man, I can only do it for a little bit of time. You sign up today, you'll get 2 months free. He'll give you the first 2 months free. They'll take all of your stuff off the internet, monitor it every month for you. You don't have to worry about it. That's about a $40 value. So save $40 a day. Sign up. Link is in the description section. officerprivacy.com/Tatum, officerprivacy.com/Tatum. Get the link in the description. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say people want to play Stevie Wonder when the narrative is not what they want it to be. Now, this is a tremendously unfortunate situation. You have a man that literally lost his life because of these deranged thugs that decide to kill him. What, ladies and gentlemen? Because of his race. People love to tell you that black people can't be racist. Listen, I've been black my whole life, and I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, and black people are the most racist people that I know. And I'm not saying that white people ain't, but I just know. I didn't grow up in a white neighborhood, so I could be wrong. But black people that I was around couldn't stand white people. All kind of stuff we used to call white people when I was young. You bring a white girl home, you're a racist. I mean, not a racist. You bring a white girl home, you crazy. And this is not necessarily for my family. It's cultural and the peer pressure of these things. I remember in my school, it was only one dude that dated a white woman. He ended up killing himself. Now, I don't know if it was just because he got bullied so much for dating that white girl. It was something else going on. But he was the only person at the school, and people shunned him for that. We can go on and on and on. But people don't want to be genuine about their affairs. However, I know that there's white people out there that do things against black people in a racial motivated way. But I will argue black people attack white people way more than white people attack black people. And it's not just me talking. The FBI statistics prove it. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. But I want y'all to hear this story and explain to me why there's no outrage, why there's no protest, why there's nobody in the street screaming about justice when you got two black men murdered this man and identified the fact that they did it because he was white. Roll the clip.
Police Chief Keith Conley says it's possible the suspects accused of fatally shooting 66-year-old Lawrence Herr while he was installing a mailbox could face hate crime charges in addition to the first-degree murder charges. Tuesday, the lead detective shared more details on the possible motive at a probable cause hearing.
Through some of the confession of Taj Matthews, who admitted to taking part in the homicide, that they did want to commit a murder that day, and specifically they've ruled out Hispanics, and they said it was going to be a white person. Within a couple blocks of their residence, or their starting point, they did find Mr. Herr out working on a mailbox doing what he does, and shot him in the back.
Police say Herr was working maintenance at a home on Georgetown Drive when 23-year-old Taj Matthews and 25-year-old Maurice Holmes drove by in this silver Mercedes and shot Herr in the driveway. 3 hours later, detectives found the Mercedes, then arrested Matthews and Holmes on a charge of first-degree murder. We spoke with Herr's girlfriend over the phone after the hearing.
They took my friend away from my best friend, my everything. You know, and for them to say it just felt like killing a white person. I mean, that's so wrong, you know. And I want justice for Peanut. I want justice for him. I want them to, lock them up and throw away the key. That's what I want.
The defense.
No, I'm not trying to be funny, but she said Peanut. That was kind of, she really put his nickname out there. But anyway, regardless of that, you see the story, you see the scenario, you see what happened, and nobody's going to talk about it. This doesn't exist in the mainstream media, right? Black people kill a white, they justify it, according to these leftist lunatics. But let me show you the FBI statistics. Now, when it's not in the favor of certain people, they don't believe the criminal justice or the FBI statistics. They don't believe them when they don't match theirs. This is from 2019, so you can imagine that it's probably worse today. And we're not even talking about 2020 with all of the riots and stuff that went on with the BLM scam. So we're not even talking about that. Imagine the crime of all of that. Now let's go down to these stats real quick. And that's too small. Let me blow it up for you because I don't want nobody having no excuse saying they can't see it. Let's go down to these stats though. You look at the crime in America, and this is what bothers me about. Christopher Wray said the biggest threat to America is white supremacy. Look at this. Now, white people make like 60% of the population, make up like 60% of the population in America, and black people make up like 13%. You look at this number right here, total homicides. This is 2019 statistics. Total homicides is 3,200. Total homicides from African-American victims. These are victims. 3,200 white people are victims. 2,900 black people are victims. They're only about, you do the math, maybe about 400 victims off. 60% and 13%. Now let's look at the offenders. Out of the 3,200 white victims, 2,500 are white offenders. Now let's go to the offenders that are black. Out of all the victimized white people, 566 offenders were the ones responsible for killing white people. 566. Keep that in your mind. 566 white people were killed by black folks. Now let's go to the black statistic. 2,900 victims, 2,500 suspects. The same amount of murder suspects that are black that are white. Same amount. But let's look at white people killing black people. 246. That's double. That's over double the amount of black people that kill white people than white people who are killing black people. Just make this make sense to me. The biggest threat to society is the white man. But the black man there's more homicide suspects that are black. Maybe we're talking 30 people different. There's about 30 more white suspects than black suspects in homicides. 30, 60%, 13%. Somebody make this make sense. 2,500 black suspects are murderers. And then you got 566 black suspects murder white people. I just don't understand where they're getting these numbers from. The violent per capita of black people in America are far beyond the violence per capita of white people. The intraracial violence is more than double black versus white than white versus black. But somehow white supremacy and racism is the biggest threat to black people in America. Let me just say this, and this is be very clear, and I'm really not trying to be weird about this, but I just got to tell the truth because nobody want to tell the truth. Like, the truth will set you free. If you look at it, you have to say that the biggest threat to black men in America are black men. And the biggest threat to white people, other than their own race, is black people. And black people are a bigger threat to whites than whites are to blacks. And that's just a fact. But anyway, I can say it the same way 400 times and people still won't get it. Shout out to the Right Wing Angel for making this video. Incredible, not making a video, but posting about it. Incredible news. Right Wing Angel. Go follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. He makes a lot of incredible content. But these two young men were racially motivated in their attack. Blatant, clear, without question. Admitted to it. But then you have a person on the other side of town, and just because he white and the victim is black, somehow is racially motivated. Without any articulable facts, they just deem it. And they get on TV and they protest and they riot and they do all this stuff. But black folks are killing white people for racial motives, and they won't say nothing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't listen to me. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.